BMC Speedmachine 00 limited edition, weighing 19 pounds 12 ounces in a size medium. Oh yeah, this is heavy. 8.89 kg. Stay tuned to after video where free buy sound test on those Zip 858s right there. All right, before I show you guys this exclusive, beautiful bicycle, I want to tell you guys why this model in particular goes for $24,000. Because they will have another version of this exact same bicycle that doesn't change any kind of format of the bike, which is like $16,000, but there's a reason why this one's 24 grand. So first and foremost, this all black bike that you're about to see is only 50 made in the world. 50 made worldwide, and when you buy this bicycle for $24,000, you get to be a part of their platinum membership, which means that you get a ton of examples in terms of pro athlete training camps, track testing, all these other offers that wouldn't be offered to the general public. You get exclusive access to this now as a owner of this bicycle. Next, you get a device that is new to the public, but it's called VORN, which is a wearable device that will be attached to the bicycle that will give you real-world data in terms of aero testing on the bike. So you're not inside a wind tunnel. This attaches to the bicycle on the cockpit. It'll give you real-world data in terms of aero testing, what outfit you're wearing, how the bike is performing that day, what route you're taking, is to go ahead and see this analytics on your screen. You guys can go ahead and deliberate, figure out what needs to change in there, and try to make a better judgment forward, obviously working with the right coaches as well. The cockpit of what it looks like will be applied right to here. Something like that right there will go right on the top of the cockpit, and it's mounted right here. You also do get an exclusive travel case with this bicycle, only 50 made again, with this bicycle that is only 50 made. So that's the reason why this bicycle is going to be about $8,000 more than the original bike that's going to be launching. It's a Speedmachine 00, and again, 50 exclusive worldwide. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I have for you guys a very special bike. This is the brand new, unreleased BMC Speedmachine 00 in the LTD model. This is a size medium, as you guys just saw. It weighed right in around 19 pounds, and the price tag for this bicycle, seen the spec right here, is $24,000. That's right, guys, you heard it here first. $24,000 for this bicycle. Now, again, TT and tri bikes are always more expensive. This bicycle right here is a TT or a triathlon bike, depending on how you configure it with other mounts to go ahead and configure it into those models using either the UCI storage or UCI legal non-storage. But we'll get into that stuff all in a little bit, but I just want to say a huge shout out to City Bikes over here, Miguel, who was letting me film this bicycle before it launched. So you guys should see this video come out on Tuesday. But a big shout out to them and the guys over at BMC for letting me do this video. And again, it's been such a long time since I went through a TT or tri bike. So I'm not going to go over all the marketing and claim specs of what they said on the bicycle. I'm going to go over the tech specification on this bicycle, show you guys all the little hidden features on this bike, like the fuel sludge, the rear light, the integration for the front aero bars, talk about tire clearances, and also some other chainring configurations and bottom brackets and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. But again, I will put a link down to City Bikes where you guys can go ahead and look at this bike. They will obviously have cheaper models as well, depending on your configuration. But what I've been told from them is that they're already taking orders from them, and I guess they already got a few of these. Go figure. There's a price tag out there for everyone. So, starting off, we can see this thing is definitely aerodynamic. It is built for speed, and it looks very, very aggressive, and it's a beautiful looking bicycle. You can see here you have the integrated water bottle storage that you're seeing. That definitely takes up majority of this front triangle right here. Now, if you cannot run this on the triathlon version, so there is an option to go ahead to make it a legal, UCI legal version with the water bottle, which mounts right here. If you did want to remove this completely, you can go ahead and just put regular water bottle mounting cages on there. This setup with this integration system on here is obviously going to be the most aerodynamic on there as well. Going to the cockpit design, you have profile design aero bars, which are full carbon fiber with the integrated SRAM ETAP blip shifters right here for the wireless satellite shifters. You also have wireless satellite shifters over here, which controls your SRAM Red 12-speed group set right here. These, to be honest with you, are a very cool feature, very easy to use, very easy to control. They are wireless, but the only thing is that they're a one-time use. They last for a couple years. Once you're done, you have to go ahead and get a new pair of them as well. There is no changing out batteries on these things. You have a bunch of different stack options, and this whole handlebar down here is carbon fiber. Now, if you wanted to run this a little bit lower and a little bit less stack as well, this whole situation, they actually run this with a drop bar configuration, not like a road bike, but basically right here. This comes down and comes out for a little bit more aerodynamics, and if you want to run it a little bit flatter. It's preference to the rider. I've seen a lot of crazy TT or tri setups, so that is preference to the rider. And we definitely are seeing more and more people go with a little bit more of a relaxed aero bar position, because if you guys did not know this, you are only aerodynamic for as long as you can hold the aero position. So there's be no point to having a massive seat height like this. Let's just say this is your seat height, and you want to be, you think the lowest is the aero as possible. If this is completely slammed here and you are uncomfortable holding that aero position, you would be very un-aero, because you'd be fidgeting around, you'd be getting up, going to your break points as well. So the idea behind this is you want to be in a position where you're comfortable in, and you're, like I said, you're only as aero for as long as you can hold that aero position. So just remember that, guys. So when you're going for a fit for these aero bikes, make sure it's a position that you're comfortable in the aero bars in, and you're comfortable to hold it for a long time. They do offer a add-on piece that goes right here. They don't have it here right now, but they do offer add-on piece you can add to this bicycle to go ahead and make it a TT compatible version. So right now I believe it's set up in the tri configuration. Like I said, they do have an option where you can add onto here to make it a TT or a tri bike, which is a good thing, because a lot of these companies nowadays will either make a TT specific version or a tri specific version. But the good thing is that they are giving you a bicycle that you buy one and you can do both with, which is very, very nice feature. Obviously you spend this kind of money, you want the bicycle to do both, which is good. Going down to the front, you can see a massive fork on here with massive aerofoil shapes to it. Huge aerodynamic gains on here. But little to no surprise, this bicycle is not meant for a super wide tire. We're meant for speed on here. So the max tire width clearance you can go on here is a 700 by 30C. That's not for the front wheel, obviously it's for the back, but this limits you to it. They say the best optimal tire for this bicycle is gonna be a 700 by 28C. And this bike comes configured with a Zip 858 NSW wheel, front and rear, which is a really, really nice setup. You have a lot of aerodynamics, you have a lot of weight rolling, so you have a lot of momentum, and it's a great setup. Oh, I'm about to get rained. I have to move to the under the thing. All right, there's the sun. Now it looks better. You can see the raw carbon on there, which looks good. All right, so like I said, the front wheel, you have the 858 on there. For the tires, it comes equipped with the P0 TLR SL version, and they're set up in a tubeless conversion. These 858s are now a hookless rim, so you need a hookless compatible tire, and it's usually preferred to be ran at a tubeless setting as well. For this bicycle, you can only run a 160mm rotor for the front. You cannot run a 140. It is only meant to be ran with a 160. The way this front brake is mounted on here is configured to be hidden by the airfoil of the fork. So you can see right here, it's tucked away, and that's why they're not gonna have any kind of different mounting adapters on there. There's only one way to go on there. So it's very nice. Oh, it's Vittoria. So actually that is a TPU tube in there. My bad, I'm an idiot. They do have all these different stack heights and all these different spacers for your fits, also your air bars to go in and out. And like I mentioned before, you also have the lower bar if needed to swap out for there. Going to the front here, we also have options for a bento box, which you can go ahead and mount to the top tube of the frame for your fuel storage, like goos and stuff like that. And then inside of here, this is your hydration fuel sludge, which comes up the down tube of the bike, through here, and then right to your mouth while you're riding. This is your fuel sludge storage, your hydration pack. You pop this open, this is where your water is going to be at. And like I mentioned before, they do make a different option. If this is not the UCI legal version, you can go ahead and clip on a water ball version, which looks just like this, where you put it on there, and it's a water ball that you can take out in a triangular shape and suck on it like a little gerbil, which is always a great deal. For the bottom bracket on here, it's a BB dub on here. It's a T47 threaded bottom bracket. I believe this is their ceramic version by SRAM. For the cranks on here, it's a SRAM red crankset and a 170mm crankset. You can see a lot of people are going with that smaller crank arm to go ahead and allow these hips to open up a little bit more and give the rider a better cadence and RPM on here. We have the UCI branded sticker right there. This massive, just aero gains across the board. Very beautiful frame set. Like I said, this whole situation can be taken off of the bicycle, but this is obviously the best aero configuration they have on here. You have the clean fork lines from the aerodynamics to the body frame to the back of the rear stay as well. Very skinny top tube to save as much weight as possible on these heavy bikes. And then for the crank size on here, this is going to be a 48 tooth chainring, which I'm sure will get swapped out immediately down here for South Florida. The biggest chainring size you can run for a SRAM 1x is a 60 tooth chainring. You can make this a 2x. You can see we have a front derailleur player there. You can go ahead and change out for a braze on. This bike can be configured in DI2 as well. If you're running a Dura-Ace DI2 group set on here in a 2x setting, the biggest chainring tooth you can put on there is a 59 tooth for a 2x on there. This bicycle cannot be ran with the Campy EPS system. It's only compatible with SRAM or Shimano. For the chain, it's a SRAM red flat top chain. We go to the back as a 1033 cassette. Again, immediately, because I have so much power, I will go to probably like a 60-tooth chainring on there and put like a 1026 in the back because that's how good I am. And then for the rear derailleur, it's a SRAM red derailleur with a lithium battery that's right there. In the back here, we have another storage system if you want to add some more goos, maybe your tubes, your CO2, your flat protection. BMC has also added an integrated light right here. This is made by BMC, and all this is, you pull this out like this. Yeah. And then you charge it right into a micro, let's see if I can get this in focus real quick. A micro USB-C system. Very cool, made by BMC. And this plugs right back into here as well. Like I said, you do have to charge it, but you're seeing a lot more companies do this. Scott started with the integrated light. You're gonna see more companies do lights themselves. Any way they can make more money on there, obviously. They're a bicycle company, so yeah. To go ahead and tighten up the seat post, you would need to remove this fuel selage, which you can, or I'm sorry, the rear storage, which you just take this off right here. And then you have your integrated BMC seat post as well, flat in the back, very sharp, narrow edges on the front. For the rotor in the rear is a 160mm SRAM red rotor, but you can make this one a 140. So if you want to save some weight or aerodynamics or whatever you want to do to make it think like that, you can go ahead and swap this out to a 140. And then also we have their little clean little BMC kind of protectors for the through axle, which is always really cool. All these little kind of tidbits to make it more aerodynamic, which is a very nice feature. The rear tire is exact same tire as the front, a Pirelli P0 TLR and the SL version with a Vittoria. I'm gonna assume that's a latex tube. I mean, this bicycle's all out. And then for the saddle, we have a Physique saddle on here with the carbon fiber rails. And then you can add your water bottle cages here to the back, just in case you didn't have enough fuel hydration on here as well. I want to give you guys a little sneak peek at the underbelly of this beast, like a great white shark. And you can see here, really skinny down tube, and then it goes to this fat BB right there. That thing's ultra mega fat. And then again, you want that on there to give you as much power transfer as possible. When you're putting down power, you don't want the bike to sway back and forth laterally. You want to put down power. You want this bike to respond, and you want to take off right away. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure when I release this video, BMC will have a ton of information on it for their marketing team to go ahead and put out their aerodynamic claims, how much faster it is, and all the different specs in here. Again, I was told this bicycle is $24,000, so that's what I'm assuming. But it could be different at the date of launch. And if you guys are looking to purchase one of these bicycles, come on by to City Bikes here down in Miami, ask for Miguel. He will have all the information on these bicycles and models on the release date, all right? Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video.